As a YouTuber, there are some questions I get asked a lot, such as, what's your favorite game? Or, my game doesn't work, how do I fix it? And, get a real job, moron. Granted, that last one wasn't a question, that's just my girlfriend on your average day. Joking aside, I do get asked certain questions quite frequently, usually relating to unit size in Total War games, keybinds, and technical questions. There are certain questions I never get asked, but I feel deserve an answer anyway, which is why I welcome you now to Frequently Asked Questions No One Ever Asks. In this video, I'm going to answer a handful of questions that I came up with, which will give you some insight on how my channel has developed over the past few years. And many of you will find out about some videos or series you never knew I did, some of which will certainly surprise you. So without any further ado, let's answer some questions.
What video or series are you most proud of?
I actually have a video and a series I am most proud of. Really, I am most proud of the video, but that video will also be the answer of the next question, so I'm going to leave it until then. The series that I am most proud of, though, is definitely my clan overview series for Shogun 2. I think I've done a pretty good job in those videos of explaining everything there is to know about each clan in a pretty short and concise video. So I was always very happy with making those. People seem to appreciate them as well. I don't think I really ever got any negative comments on those, where sometimes on, top 5 videos and stuff can get some negative reactions, but just purely informational videos, the Shogun 2 clan overviews, everyone was positive, and I was really appreciated that, and that's probably why I am most proud of that series. So the Eco Faith trait. What this means is that all your generals start with the True Believer trait, giving them +1 religious zeal. Your daimyo starts with the Fanatic trait, giving him +2 religious zeal. More on that later, however. The final 2 traits have to do with the Iko-Iki's units. Can recruit large units of Ashigaru, weak but with high morale, gives each of their regular Ashigaru units an extra 40 men in their units, meaning Yari Ashigaru go from 200 to 240, and Bo and Matchlock Ashigaru go from 160 to 200.
What video or series took the longest to make?
The video or series that took me the longest to make. Now this is the video that I am also most proud of making as an individual video, which is a Brother's Grudge, which was supposed to be a narrative series, but ended up being just a single video, mostly because of the time it took to make it. I spent an entire week, 6 to 8 hours a day for 5 or 6 days in a row on this one video at the time, years ago at this point. Took me absolutely ages. I had to make every single graphic and everything from the ground up. And the end product was absolutely something that is possibly, the best edited video on my channel. But simply because it took that long to make, I decided not to continue the series any further. If I had continued it further, I would not have taken as much time per episode, simply because for the first one I had to make a lot of stuff from scratch, whereas obviously for any consecutive videos I would have already had that ready. But even so, it would have taken several days per video, and I just didn't have the time to put into something like that. But yeah, as a single standalone video, probably the best edited video on my channel, and certainly the one I am most proud of making, and also the one that by far took the longest to make. Most of my short scripted videos, the clan overviews, top 5s, etc., take the better part of a day or about 2 days, but this took an entire week to make, and it's fantastic. I would definitely advise you to give it a watch. It's got some horrible accents by me as well, but other than that, it's pretty good. So yeah, go ahead and watch it, I would say. My liege, my name is From Grummerson. My brother was Crum. Aye, he was one of my finest officers. He'll be sorely missed. Now, what can I do for you? I came here to offer you my axe in his place. I'd like to join your army. Son, I've been alive long enough to know why Davy want to join my army. Some join because they feel a sense of duty. Others join for a steady pay. And some, like yourself, join for personal reasons, like avenging a lost brother.
What video or series was the first to see moderate success?
The first video or series to see moderate success was the Weapons of the Wasteland series I did for Fallout 4, which was the first adventure, the first step for me into making edited content. Up until then, it was just Let's Plays only. Weapons of the Wasteland was essentially kind of a guide for making or upgrading your weapons in Fallout 4. I had always wanted to do something in the form of, well, at the time I was really looking at what made other people popular, and I was like, you know what, I want to do something like that too. And it definitely worked out. I still, to this day, sometimes have people asking me, when's the next Weapons of the Wasteland video? And I'm like, that was 4 years ago, so probably never. But, you know, still appreciate the fact that people are looking forward to more episodes on that. I did quite a few though. I didn't cover every single weapon, but I probably covered about half or so. But yeah, it was edited. It was very heavily edited, in fact. I didn't script it though. Most of it, I think all of it actually, was just me talking on the fly. Most of my scripted videos now are like 100% scripted. This one isn't, obviously. I'm just kind of talking. The intro and the outro are scripted on this one, but you know, generally I make my videos completely scripted now because there's no and etc. But like that. But then it was a lot of editing in the way of visual stuff and recording lots of different bits here and there and editing it together. But nowadays it's just straight up everything is properly scripted. But anyway, that was the first stuff to see some actual success. When I made the first video, woke up the next morning and had 1,500 views, which at the time I had less than 10,000 subscribers. That was what got me over 10,000, if I remember correctly. But yeah, 1,500 views in the morning, and I was, what? Like, oh my god! Like, best thing that ever happened to me, basically. And now, when I do any kind of scripted videos, if it has less than, I don't know, 5,000 in the morning, I'll be like, wasn't very good. But yeah, that was like, I remember that day, it was really good for me. Every time I got an extra 100 views on it, I was like, oh, whoa! And now still, some of those are actually some of the highest, most viewed videos on my channel, which is pretty cool. We can't change anything there. Magazine we can change, but again, not really something worth showing off, having a larger magazine. And the sites we can show off, but that also doesn't really matter because we'll be showing that off in later ones anyway. So we're going to skip straight past no requirements, basically, and we're going to go for straight for requirements, rank 1 for gun nuts. So what we're going to be going for is the armor-piercing receiver.
What video or series deserves a lot more attention?
The video or series that deserves a lot more attention, in my mind, has always been Donkey's Battle Royale. This was actually before Battle Royales were really a major thing anyway, but it was more of a name. It wasn't, it wasn't actually a Battle Royale where you set 100 people into a compound and have them murder each other. It was Total War stuff, just on Total War games, fully scripted videos. They may have actually been my first fully scripted videos where the entire text was scripted. I had different quote-unquote voice actors. It was just my mates, OfficiallyDevin, Ptolemy, and Cucumber Wang later as well. Basically, I sent them some script as well, and they would do some voice lines for me. And yeah, those videos deserve a lot more attention. Some of them are a bit cringy, some of them are just funny, honestly. A couple of them are just really funny to be still. When I watch them back, I'm like, oh my god, that was such a good joke.
Sir, you realised the battle wasn't over yet when you started running. Why did you flee?
What can I say? I'm French.
Yeah, that makes sense. But essentially, yeah, it's just, a scripted video of a battle in a Total War game that was completely set up on purpose for the purposes of the Battle Royale, script, essentially. I did a battle, I wrote a script around it, tried to put in some jokes, and I thought they were quite successful, but at the time they didn't, my channel was still small when I did them. Views were quite low, but I think if I did them now, people would probably like them quite a bit. So I would definitely, I would, just like everything I'm talking about here, really, I would definitely give that a watch if you have the time. The videos are really short as well. I think on average 3 minutes per, and I only did 7 or 8 of them or something. So I stopped that after a while, again, because the views just weren't really worth the amount of time putting into them, but still, they were really good. And with that, we have reached the end of this episode. The ninjas were clearly beaten by the ninjas. To be fair to the ninjas, though, the ninjas put up a good fight. I hope you've enjoyed the 6th episode of Donkey's Battle Royale as much as I have, and I will see you all next time for more. Oh, and if you're wondering why there hasn't been an interview in this episode...
Where are all those damn ninjas?
Too sneaky for Billy.
What video or series did you have the most fun making?
The video or series that I had the most fun making was probably literally anything that I did with OfficiallyDevin. Co-op Let's Plays and versus Let's Plays, for the most part. Obviously, I enjoyed making... the Battle Royale series and stuff like that as well, but actually just straight up when I'm recording with OfficiallyDevin, or at the time when I always had like an absolute whale of a time. He's such a funny guy. It's a shame we don't do stuff together anymore. People still occasionally ask when I'm doing another co-op with OfficiallyDevin, but unfortunately he's kind of stepped away from that. At the time, I already had to kind of convince him to play or do a co-op Let's Play with me in the first place, and we ended up doing, I don't know, almost a dozen, I think. We did quite a few of them. I'm not going to post all of those in the description, but you can easily find those on YouTube as well, on both of our channels. But yeah, he always wanted to do edited content. That was just his thing. I kind of convinced him to do a Let's Play with me, and then we kept going for a couple Let's Plays because we really enjoyed playing those together. But after a while, he really was just done with the normal Let's Play, which I understood. But it was still a shame, because it was just a whale of a time every single time. Yeah, well, I don't really know anyone who speaks like that. But
They're difficult to come across. I've met a couple of people like that through work. And I don't know, I guess they're just very aware that they're exceedingly rich.
Exceedingly rich. Such a British thing to say as well. I'm exceedingly rich! I am!
I'm looking forward to being able to say that one day. Excuse me, sir, get out of my way, I'm exceedingly rich.
Don't you know, I'm exceedingly rich.
Can't you see my badge? It says exceedingly rich. As you can't read, can you?
You pleb.
That's the dream.
What are some of the funniest videos you've made?
The funniest videos I've made. This is kind of a difficult one to answer. Well, not necessarily difficult. I mean, I wrote down the answers beforehand. I have them written down. It's not like I'm making this up on the spot, but it was a difficult one to answer in the way that I don't necessarily have like a video or something that was the funniest. Like a Let's Play episode that had so many jokes in it that it was, in my opinion, the funniest video. No, it's not really like that. But what I used to do way back when, again, several years ago, I stopped doing this ages ago, but yeah, I uploaded random funny clips, which is literally what the playlist was called, of certain games that I was playing at the time. And if there was something that it was incredibly funny in that video, I would then make a clip out of that and upload it separately. They usually got pretty crap views as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person watching them from time to time still. But yeah, I did a couple random funny clips I did, yeah, like 30 of them or so, which are quite funny. And then there was one other video, which is the Culling Montage. I don't remember the exact name, but it'll be on the screen and in the description as well. Which was basically me playing the Culling, which was that Battle Royale game with my friend Cucumber Wang. We did absolutely loads of videos together. In fact, all those videos are actually on the channel as well. Some of them are actually really quite funny as well, but I made a montage in the end of some of the clips of us playing together, which was absolutely funny to me as well. Some of the clips in there are great, so I definitely will be linking that as well. But yeah, I think, as I said, it's kind of difficult, you know, there's not one specific Let's Play or one specific video in a Let's Play that was the funniest. Every single one of my videos is the funniest. There's your answer. No, but yeah, the random funny clips and then the Culling Montage, and there's some other stuff as well. But I mean, generally, I try to be at least somewhat entertaining in my videos. But yeah, those are the outstanding ones, as well as the Donkey's Battle Royale, of course. Some of those are quite good as well. Anyway, that's that. Oh, the guy's still there.
Is it what? Stop making that.
Yeah, he's right there. He's right here.
I hit him right in the face.
Oh! We'll chuck me some man as well. Man flesh.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Buck!
Yeah, we want some meat.
That's so accurate.
They fucking talk like they've completely scrunched up their face when they talk.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh. I thought, were you joking? Okay, thank you. Can I say what the fucking police can't? What
Holy shit!
I'll just catch you.
I'm here!
Oh, you've opened the door again!
I'm here! Oh my god, I'm here, guys!
Just get in.
Get him!
Oh god, I'm here! Jesus Christ. Those are all the questions you've never asked. I hope you guys enjoyed this dive into my channel and hopefully even found something new to watch. In the description you will find the links to every single video or series I have talked about. That's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of video and if you actually want to ask me more similar questions. If there's enough of them, I might do a part 2. Other than that, have a good day and goodbye.